There was a young fella that wanted to be a successful entrepreneur. So he went to a neighboring successful entrepreneur and he asked him, what do I got to do to be a successful entrepreneur? Guy looked over at him and said, if you truly want to be a successful entrepreneur, meet me here tomorrow at the airport at 6 a.m. Young fella showed up bright and early, all his luggage packed, ready to take flight. Guy told him, leave that luggage to the side, we're traveling light. They hopped into a two-seater. Boom, went all the way up into the air. As soon as they got to the very top of the air, the successful entrepreneur looked over at the young fella and told him, this plane is equipped to take flight, but it is not equipped to land. Young fella looked over at him, spooked, and said, what do you mean this plane is not equipped to land? What he did next spooked him even more. He stood up and said, you got to figure out how to fly this plane. He said, what do you mean I got to figure out how to fly this plane? I never flown a plane a day in my life. He said, well, you got to figure it out. 10 seconds went by, plane drifted. 20 seconds went by, plane drifted even more. Young fella realized this guy's not joking. So he hopped into the seat. He grabbed the wheel. He's pushing the button. He's doing everything. He pulled his phone out. He's Googling. He's ChatGPTing how to fly a plane. Next thing you know, he began to stabilize the plane. And then he began to go towards the descent as if he was going to land the plane. Around about that time, the successful entrepreneur grabbed the wheel and he said, listen to me, man. He said, if you truly want to be a successful entrepreneur, there are going to be times that you get all the way in the middle of the air and somebody's going to quit on you. And you got to figure out how to land that plane. There are going to be times that you get midway through your flight and somebody's going to pull their hand off the wheel and you got to land that plane. If you truly want to be a successful entrepreneur, you got to figure out how to take flight without a clue in the world on how it's going to happen and build your landing on the way down. You got to land that plane. And I'm telling anybody out there, no matter what altitude you are in life, you got to figure out how to land your plane.